Bring us your baffling.
Bring us your audacious.
We want your sticky notes, sketchbooks, and scribbles. Let's pin them to the wall, kick them around.
Kick them around, see what happens.
Because we're in the how do I get this startup off the ground business.
The taking your business, global business.
We're in the problem-solving business. 400,000 people.
Ready to help you solve problems while they're still called opportunities.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
Welcome to another edition of Z360. I'm your host, David Stuntup. We have an exciting show on tap for you. We'll profile men's soccer star Adam Najim. The football team shows off some fantastic long snapping skills, and my one-on-one interview with new athletic director Larry Williams. Adam Najim was recently named one of the most exciting players in college soccer. Here's what drives the junior captain to be one of the top players in the nation.
Growing up, my brother kind of started it out first, and he just followed the path of my uncle. My uncle really enjoyed soccer because he grew up in Germany, and that's where he started to learn soccer, and he brought that to us. And I mean, I just did whatever my brother did. He was kind of my role model growing up, so that's just how it started off, and we just kept going from there. And he's still playing, and I'm still playing. Hopefully we're going to continue playing as well. I got recruited by Jared and Caleb Porter, and with the tradition they have and how highly they spoke of it, I knew that Akron was a place for me from the first day I came on my visit. And I was actually in the car with my parents driving back from this visit, and I said, "Mom, Dad, I think I know where I'm going to school." And they said, "Are you sure? Take a few weeks to think about it." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure, but I'll hold out for you guys." But as soon as I came here, I knew this is the place I wanted to be, and it hasn't disappointed me since.
What we kind of look for is, guys good positionally that find pockets, and then, we're going to ask him to play in some tight areas, and does he have the footwork, the skill, the ability to beat guys one-on-one. So when I saw him, I thought he had some special qualities.
Coming in, he was always a guy that was very respected for his game and his abilities and what he did on the field. Last year he was even more vocal as a leader, and this year we're just getting started, but you can tell he's taking that next step of really taking the guys where we need to go, showing them what it's all about and what it takes to take us to the top, really. And he knows what will get there, and he's showing everyone what it's all about. He gives me a few pointers. He usually tells me that not to shoot as much and just to give it to him, but I tell him I can shoot from out a little bit better than him, and I like when he serves it up to me on the corners. Credit to my teammates all the time. They just put me in the right spots and give me the right opportunities to do what I can. It's really, I wouldn't be anything without my teammates, and all the tricks and all the passes and all that would be nothing if no one was on the end of it. Last year at home here against West Virginia, he had a nice ball played to him, and he brought it down like this over his head, was brought down right outside the box, and ended up finishing the free kick himself.
He's very focused in practice. When we travel, though, you see a different side. He's a little bit of a jokester. He kind of, plays little pranks on guys behind the scenes. He knows to stay away. At least up to this point, he has. I'm sure if he has a moment where he feels like it's right, he'll take advantage of it.
On the field, Akron long snapper Michael Buttenberg is known for snapping the ball to the holder, but off the field, he has some impressive skills as well.
Mike Buttenberg, University of Akron long snapper. Extraordinaire. Well, back in the past, we used to do these trick shot Tuesdays. They were pretty cool. We would snap the cup off someone's head or into a bucket from quite a bit away. And I was on Twitter one day, scrolling through my feed, and I saw someone do a trick shot, and I thought I could do that too. They did it from 6 stories, so we went up there. It's about 7 or 8 adding on the field, and we not only snapped it into a bucket, but the bucket was on a golf cart, so it's moving. It's pretty cool. I think we're still like the rulers of the long snap wars.
Sir.
Oh, that hurt. Go, 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 go!
Oh! Yeah!
You know, I thought about maybe renting a helicopter or maybe hit up the Goodyear building, but I don't know. We'll see.
Larry Williams was hired as Akron's new athletic director back on August 18th. Here's my conversation with Williams about his vision for Akron athletics. Here with the new director of athletics, Larry Williams, after his introductory press conference. And Larry, I'll start off with this. When you walked on this stage, you were in awe at the crowd that was here. What was the coolest thing about getting on that stage and realizing that you're the new AD here at Akron?
Oh, so many cool things about it. The size that you mentioned, the size of the crowd, the enthusiasm. You can just tell that everybody is really anxious to move forward. I know it's been tough. In a lot of respects. I know the coaches and the student athletes have been working hard, so I think there's a lot of anticipation for what comes next. And this is one important step, I think, in pulling the group together to start moving that process, the growth process forward. So that the one thing that stood out to me, as you said, was the crowd, the size of the crowd, the enthusiasm, the attention they paid to this next step.
You're quite familiar with the Northeast Ohio area after playing for the Cleveland Browns in the late 1980s. What really impressed you about Akron as you went through the application process?
Well, Akron to me is a real hidden jewel. It sits within the 19th largest DMA in the country. So there's a great size advantage that we have. We're sort of a hidden jewel in that we are the number one. We're in this number 19 market, but we're playing at the Division I level. So we have the opportunity in basketball and soccer, certainly in football, to be able to attract crowds that can engage in what we do. And so I just think it's a terrific opportunity to build something really special from the platform that so many have worked so hard to create.
Like I alluded to before, you're back here in Northeast Ohio after playing for the Browns. What excites you the most about being back in this region?
Oh, you know, for me, it's kind of the fall. As I was driving down this morning from Westlake, the leaves are just starting to change, and that fall, the enthusiasm that the students bring to campus, both the athletes and the non-athletes, the campus is alive, and there's just such a genuine and unique energy level on a college campus this time of year in Northeast Ohio, especially. Just a beautiful place to be, and we're really fortunate to have the opportunity to pursue these athletic ventures that we are driven by. We're excited. I'm excited, so to be back here is really special for me.
You talked a lot about soccer when you were at Portland. The women's team won a Division I national championship, and of course we have a great men's soccer team here who won the national title in 2010.
Right.
I know that you got to meet some of the coaches before, but you didn't get to speak to all of them. What will your message be to the coaches when you get to sit down with them and speak with some of them for the first time?
Well, the first message is clearly, I know how important your position is and how hard it is to do all the things we ask you to do. We ask you to be an expert on your sport. We ask you to be a recruiter. We ask you to be a parent. We ask you to be a counselor. We ask you to do all these different things that in any other venue, there's an expert for it. But we're asking you to do all of them. So I recognize how hard your job is. Once we establish that, I want to make sure that I understand from their perspective as they run their programs, what are the keys that they think they need to put in place to elevate their program to the next level. And I'm really excited to engage in those conversations. That's the best part of being an athletic director, to really work with the coaches to figure out ways that we can make their program grow and flourish, because we all benefit. The student athlete benefits, the university benefits, we all by association benefit from great growth in those programs.
You start up on September 1st. What are some of the main things you're going to focus on the most the first couple of months you're on the job?
Well, first, obviously I'm going to do a lot of listening, right? no one knows this institution like those that are here and have been fighting the battles and pushing that rock up the hill. I want to be able to understand from their perspective where they think the greatest opportunities are. And so that's my number one objective. I'll meet with our staff immediately. I'll meet with each of the head coaches individually, and really start to get that knowledge base that I need. So too will I meet individually with each of those supporters that have been so great to this university and our athletic program. I want to make sure that I know them and I know their concerns and I know their passions. And then I think importantly, it's also worthy of note that I want to make sure that I spend time across campus to make sure that I understand what the academy thinks. What do the professors think? How are they engaged with the development of these student athletes? How can we in athletics help them in their job as we collectively grow these young men and women that we've been so fortunate to have in our charge?
Well, Larry, I love the enthusiasm.
Okay.
It was great to hear you speak today, and I also like the tie you have there too.
How about that?
Blue and gold.
So truth be told, my third son, my second son, my third child, was that typical fashion-forward millennial, and he helped me pick the tie out.
Well, very fashionable for today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
It fits well with the color scheme for the zips. So, Larry,
There you go.
thanks for the time, and I look
Okay.
forward to seeing you around campus.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
That wraps up this edition of Z360. Tune in next week as you don't want to miss our all-access piece with Akron walk-on quarterback Matthew Hoyer. Thanks so much for watching. I'm David Suntup for GoZips.com.